Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play some more Slay the Spire 2. We have everybody to Ascension mode other than the Necrobinder. So we're going to go back into Standard. And yeah, so Ironclad's Ascension 1, we have Ascension 2 on the Silent, Ascension 1 on the Regent, and Ascension 1 on the Defect. So finally, let's see if we can get through and get the Necrobinder to cooperate. So the Regent deck that was together, I got this card from, I believe it was the Act 2 or I think it was Act 2 reward or the Act 3 reward that essentially gave me a star whenever I used any card. So, and then I also had the black hole, which says whenever you use a card that has a star or gain a star from a card, do 3 damage. Those two cards went very, very well together. And if you watch the previous, run of the series, which was the Regent, you'll see that work. I messed up a ton during that run. And even though I messed up, that deck was just powered me right through it. I recovered, I made some good moves, but I made a lot of really, really bad moves. I made the merchant move again where, I click proceed to go to the merchant and it goes right back to the map and I don't get to visit the merchant. So there's that. I wish there was a different word there because my brain just registers proceed to merchant. But let's get the Necrobinder going. I would really love to get a good run going with the Necrobinder. I love Asti. I love the whole feel. The look of this character is very, very cool. So let's get in here and see what kind of item we'll get from Neome. Let's see. Obtain a rare card. Raise your max HP by 11. And then receive greed but gain 333 gold. Can't ever get rid of it. And it just takes up a slot. Well, I think I'm going to go with Nutritious Oyster and just bring max HP up some. Max HP at 66 is pretty low. So let's go with that. Now, we don't have a ton of money, so I always go through and look for the shops. Like, do I have, like if I go this way, I have an access to a shop. So probably going to go down this side here. Let's hit this events early and see what we get there. So we have the sea punk. We're fighting the soulfish. So what I did notice, I mentioned in a couple other videos, whatever the boss is, you definitely do get fed the monsters that are related to the boss. So that's pretty interesting. I like that. Let's do 2 defense and a strike. Asti will die, but we'll take no damage. Back again. So now we're at 8. So if I bodyguard and defend, that'll be 11. He's doing 8. And then I can, I'll do 12 with unleash. See how this goes. So Asti is still alive. So keeping Asti alive is nice. Once you get a little bit of hit points, you are doing summon 1 every turn. So you do get some additional hit points on him. Now we're starting to build up to 9, which is nice. We don't have anything incoming, so we're just going to strike, and go. So now next time when it comes back to me, he'll be at 10. I haven't really been able to build a really good Asti deck, so it'd be really cool to do that. So if I do 6 and 16, that'll be 24. 24 gets me to where I need to be, I think. Yeah. Bye-bye, Sea Punk. Take that. All right, this cure-all potion is really nice. You get energy and draw 2 cards. Pretty cool. All right, I would love to get an Asti going, but you're going to get what you get, and you kind of got to roll with it. So we did get some of the mechanics here. We got the soul mechanic. We got the doom mechanic. We did get gain and energy for 0 and exhaust. I think I'm not going to commit to these. I'm just going to take the wisp and get something that'll just help my deck, move forward with some energy. Okay, the first chest is 60 gold. The second chest is 337 and a greed. So we had a chance to get a greed earlier. I don't really want to go with, I don't really want to go with mucking up my deck at the moment. I want to remove cards. Now here, this obtain sword or gain gold and lose hit points. I think I'm not gonna fight 5 elites, so I'm just gonna go ahead and lose the hit points and get the gold. Now you can take the elite one and not suffer any hit points, but I was at full hit points. I can get that back, I think. I hope. All right, so we got the little Nautilus. He's gonna hit me with 8 and debuff me. So if I defend and bodyguard, I'm okay, and then I should be able to strike him. So let's see, my debuff is what, frail? Or weak, sorry. So 25% less damage. Now we do have a lot of strikes, so I think let's go ahead and do all the strikes, and then we can wisp and do the Austie. I don't really like doing it during this particular turn because I have weak on me, but it's what's available, and I'm going to take a bunch of damage anyway, so it is what it is. I don't have anything that could do 11, or else I would use that potion and try. So take some damage there. Looking at 6. Strike and strike should do it. All right. So we're down 14 hit points. We're still three down from what the real hit point on a Necrobinder would be. So kind of keep that in mind. I do have 11 extra hit points. And I do like this. So let's see. We have Reeve and Austin deals 7 damage. Add retain to a card in your hand. It's non-committal as well with so I'm gonna do that just because it's something that does damage to everything, and I don't have anything like that in my deck yet. So let's go with that. Now here, let's see if we can rest. I would love to upgrade, but I like hit points. Let's go to event and see what we got here. So do you have the scroll, receive the spoils map? Now I did this in the run with the Regent, I believe, and got 600 gold out of it, but it does take up a slot until you get there. So when you take this map, it collapses in Act 2. All the different relics will come together into one relic selection, and that one spot will have your 600 extra gold. So if you make it to the middle of the map, you will get 600 gold. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. It does muck things up. It makes things a little more difficult between now and then, but it is probably worth it in the end. 600 gold is quite a bit of currency, and it would do a lot. It ended up buying me 3 relics. So the next shop I stopped at, I ended up purchasing 3 relics, which ended up being quite good. So I have 7 incoming. Let's do a defend. I'm going to go ahead and strike this guy and unleash on this guy. And that, because he's probably going to attack next turn, get him within kill distance there. He's got thorns. He's got 9 incoming. So if I can kill him, let's do this and strike. All right, now this guy's going to buff himself. So I'm just going to do bodyguard, and I could get a strike in before he does his thorns. I think I'm going to do that, and hopefully I get the card that uses Austie. Well, I didn't, but I did get the so I'm good with that. Nice. So we got some gold. We got another cure-all. That's very nice. Ooh, negative pulse. I really like this one. It does doom, but it dooms everybody, and it doesn't necessarily commit you to doom because it does something else. Right? I do like poke as well, but I'm going to go with a negative pulse. I like having everybody with a 7 you die counter. Let's go with the event and see what we get. Ooh, we get an early merchant. Okay. Now, what I usually do is I get super excited and click proceed, and then I don't get to go to the merchant. But I wish there was like a merchant button over his face, and then I would do that. All right, let's see what we get. Well, we usually get offered a power. So we get offered a power here, and we got offered a power here. Both of those powers are quite good, in my opinion. The first stack doing 50% extra damage is nice, and strength and dex just very good. Flatten was very good when I've tried it before. I was a little hesitant about it, but you can actually do a pretty good job of bringing that down if you're somewhat Austie focused. I was about half and half. It was doing okay. So let's see. So we have enough for relics. I do want to check it out. So upon pickup, raise your max HP by 10. So we'd have 99 left, or 101 left over after that. Start of each combat, deal 9 damage to all enemies. Wow, that is really good too. And then this one lets you add sharp 3 to 3 different cards. Well, if I did this, this would be 158. I could do this one and probably remove a card too. I'll tell you what. Let's remove a card. I want to remove a strike. Actually, hold on. Back. I have added a damage. Yeah, let's remove a strike. Just move that down. So we're at 243. Let's add the prowess in and the lethality in. Then we can still get another card. The other card's likely to be flattened. Then I've got 2 other Austie things, and I can go Austie heavier with that. And another wisp is good too. All right, well, I spent all my money at an event, so now we have this coming up. I might skip it unless we get some sort of a big time money reward somewhere in here. So Centennial Puzzle, the first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. That's pretty cool. Let's fight. So we're at 70 out of 77. We're still above what the standard Necrobinder HP would be. So get this guy coming at us with 7. Let's defend, and let's go ahead and strike this dude before he gets too tadpoley. Not sure I want to use that yet. So he's coming in for 9. We're going to prowess. We can defend and bodyguard. I am going to use one now. Let's put out, I'm not going to kill anybody, but I can put out lethality. Right, hold on, what's this? He does 13. Yeah, let's put out lethality, and that's going to help me set up for the next time. Won't take any damage here, but Aussie will take a little bit. We're going to have thorns on the guy now, but it kind of is what it is. Okay, so we got negative pulse. Let's team everybody. And then let's do this so. If I wisp, I can flatten as well. Let's hit him. It's still going to be a fair bit of damage coming at us, but we're just going to have to take it. We can't do much. Unfortunate. All right, so we got 13 incoming. We can negative pulse him, and then we'll bodyguard, defend, wisp, unleash. There we go. I probably didn't have to do all that bodyguard defense stuff first and realized I forgot I have that lethality now, so you just kill him at that point. All right, so we have Defy, which is April. Shared Fate. Lose 2 strength. Enemy loses 2 strength. Exhaust. Grave Warden. Add a soul to your draw pile. I did like Grave Warden last time. I'm going to take that again. I'm going to go here and heal. Wish I didn't have to heal here, but I don't have a ton of HP, so. All right, this guy's not too bad because he doesn't have his 2 buddies with him, but hopefully he doesn't kick my butt now after saying he's not too bad. At least doom him. He's not doing anything this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass. Now he's got 65 hit points with 14 incoming. Let's do a Grave Warden. Defend. We can sow. A little bit of damage to him without the defense now. Asti ended up blocking the 1 point that I would have taken. We've got 10 incoming. Let's bodyguard. Soul is free. Prowess. And go ahead and strike. Honestly, I would like to not take 10, so if I can get a defend, I'll use it. That keeps me from taking damage and keeps Asti alive with a little bit of an elevated hit point pool. All right, so 15 is probably the best I'm going to do there. So let's do 15 with Unleash. Let's negative pulse and strike. Then I don't really want to, I don't need to defend, so here where we're at. So he's got 33 and he's doomed for 7. So if we defend, strike. Take a little bit. Well, actually, Asti's going to block because we've got a couple of summons in there before. So we'll Grave Warden. And we're already blocking 9. So let's do this. So probably the flatten would have been better because it would have done 18. But I'll defend again and go from here. We'll kill him next turn. I hope, after bragging. All right, so let's draw 2 cards because we have the ability to do that with the soul. We don't have the number to do any damage to him. All right, well, he'll die from the soul, but let's go ahead and do this. Let's summon and go. I really want a lot of summoning cards. I'd love to be able to build Asti like 400 hit points or something and just have him kick some butt. So whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 3 block. We have 1 card, I think, right now. Throw, deal 13 damage. Reeve, 9 damage, and add a soul. I'm going to take the Reeve, and that way I have both the blocking and attacking that adds souls. So that'd be good. Now here, I have the ability to go to Merchant, but I think I'm going to skip the Merchant because I don't have a lot of money. I don't even have enough to remove a card. So let's try Event. Okay, Bloody Ink gains 6 max HP. Pays 65 gold, and enchanter card with Steady. This card gains Retain. I don't have enough gold. I think this happened to me before. I didn't have this third one where I didn't get to see it, but you know what? Bloody Ink for 6 max HP. I'll take it. Good. Oh, yeah. I like this one. Read the entire book, get power with Swift 2. We're going to go ahead and put that on Prowess. I really do like Prowess. The other lethality is really good too, but putting that down and getting 2 more cards immediately is quite good. So I don't need to rest. I can improve something. So let's take a look at our upgrades. What would things look like? So I could go double down on the Prowess and get 2 and 2. That seems like the play. Wisp would get Retain. Not so hot on that. Now applying Love and Doom to all enemies good. I think the Prowess stands out. I think I'm going to get that. Just 2 strength, 2 dex from 1 card. Stays forever. Yeah, I really like that. So Soulfish, let's see what we got going on here. What can we do? So here we don't have it. We do have lethality, so let's go ahead and play that, get that set up. With bodyguards, we can summon and get 5 on Asti. Let's go ahead and Reeve. It's free to play, right? Let's use this since we're fighting a boss. What the heck? Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. Omni Slice, deal 8 damage, damage all other enemies equal to the damage dealt. Draw 2 cards, put 1 card from your hand, 1 card in your draw. I'm just going to do a catastrophe and see what I get. All right, well, 2 defends. Meh. Kind of a worthless potion, but do it now because it could have been something that dealt like 20 damage or something. You never know. So negative pulse. Let's unleash. Strike. And I'm going to take 6 here. I should have cast this actually. So he's going to, but Asti would have been at 1 next turn. So, you know. All right, so prowess is going to happen right now. Choose the soul. Ugh. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the wisp and get rid of the beckon. 7 incoming, I can block it all. And we'll do 15. It's pretty much all I can know that I could have done something better than that. He's going to buff himself. I'm going to do negative pulse. I'm actually going to play catastrophe and see what I get. All right, so added some souls. I'll go ahead and wisp and strike. And I did that because I have the lethality, so I didn't have an attack card that turn. So being able to, you know, get some of that going is nice. So let's do 13 and defend a little bit. And turn. I think we're okay. We're dooming him slowly but surely too, so he's got some doom sitting there. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards, see what we get. Oh, great. Well, he's not doing anything this turn, so let's Reeve and just call it quit there. Reeve is putting more souls in there. He's putting more beckons in there. All right, so we got a clean hand. Let's negative pulse. Flatten would do 18. I think that's where I want to go this turn. Just deal a bunch of, you know, damage. He's going to do the likewise to us, but, you know, it is what it is there. So let's gain the 10 block. Let's get rid of beckon. Let's unleash on him or so. So Aussie stays alive. He'll be at 2. All right, let's get rid of the beckon. Let's do the soul. Soul. The soul in this is really kind of bad. You keep drawing more of those beckons. So I don't know. I might just pass on the souls. Keep getting burned where I soul, and then really the only thing it gets me is another beckon I have to cast or take damage. So here we're at 11. We have a beckon. We have a negative pulse. We're going to do this. The Grave Warden. Get rid of the soul and go. So we're going to block all damage. Steel go up again. 28. He's putting more cards in my hand. I think we're getting beckon, Reeve. Go. We're getting closer to that doom. Oh, these beckons are ridiculous. Let's do this. Wow. Well, I'm going to have to kill him soon because this is going to be a lot of damage. Oh. All right, so we got 10 incoming. Oh my gosh. Well, let's defend. I guess get rid of the beckons. I don't know, man. I'm not doing any more souls. Got too many in my deck, and all they do is do the beckons. So yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh. So let's do this. Let's get rid of the beckons as I can. We're going to take 6 on a turn that I really didn't have to take any damage. So 28 and 30, I have to do 10 damage to him. So here we get a decent deal. Now he's going to do 11 to us. That's okay. We osteoize him. He's below. Oh, no, he's still at 37. No. Oh, flatten 0. Yes. Oh, he's only taking 1 damage. Oh, jeez, Louise. All right. We're almost there. We can still survive. Forgot he was intangible. All right. Well, he's not going to hit us. So let's get rid of the beckons. We've got a Reeve and a Grave Warden. Okay, let's do that. And we made it. He should die. Okay. It was a little rougher than I wanted it to be, but we made it. Let's see what we get here. So we got some decent cards to choose from. So Call the Void. At the start of your turn, add one random card into your hand. It gains Ethereal. So add a random card that you have to cast. That's kind of cool for 1 point. Deal 11 damage X times. Okay. Transform a card in your draw pile into a soul. I'm going to take Call of the Void and see. I like kind of randomness. When I played Magic the Gathering, I was all combo, random kind of player. I loved just making cool combos go off and stuff. So that card kind of draws me back to that. Like, what can we get, So we got Darv here. Darv I saw in my last run, and he was really good. I'm surprised I remembered his name, but I liked the picture and the name looked appropriate. So let's see what we can get here. Snecko-Eye. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards. Start each combat confused. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Transform 3 cards, then upgrade them. I'm taking Astrolabe. And we're going to go ahead and transform all 3 of our strikes and hope for the best. Hopefully some Asti cards. Let's see what we got. So I hate how that just jumps away. So they do thankfully go to the end here. Whenever you play an ethereal card, gain 5 block. Gain 9 block. Add a copy of your card into your discard pile. That's not bad. Summon 4 times. Add X souls to your draw pile. Like that one. Yeah. Interesting. This one I don't know about. I don't even think we have an ethereal card. So that one we might have to get rid of. But upgraded cards for your basic card seems okay. So if we go here, we're just going to do a lot of fights into an event and another fight. If we go here, we can do some events and heal, an event and a fight. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to look to hit a merchant after the relic pickup if we get there, because we're going to get 600 extra gold at that particular point. So we're going to Call the Void out. Then we're going to defend, wisp, and unleash. There we go. I want to get the wisps out of there. All right. So he's doing his thing. I think I'm going to dirge it up and get Asti to 12. I do have a lot of stuff. What is this Devour Life? When you play a soul, summon 1. Ooh, that's really cool too. I would love that in this deck. All right. I'm not going to dirge it up. I need some setup here. Can still dirge it for 8. I don't need any block. We just put a lot of, well, we would put a lot of souls. Let's do the Devour Life and what the heck? We'll dirge for 1. Gonna do the Undeath because it's free. All right, so I need to do 32 damage to him this turn. So if we prowess, we draw 2 cards. We'll have to look up what spur. Oh, we got an ethereal card. Summon 3, Asti heals 5. We don't need to heal him. We can do the 7 block and get 7 block and 7 that, but it doesn't do any damage. We can do the soul. Undeath gives us 11 block. I like that. That's free. The wisp gives me some energy. Grave Warden gives 10. If we do, I think we're going to go ahead and do the damage here. Get that going. If we do Bodyguard 5, no one's dying. All my blocks going to eat a ton of that damage. I think we've set ourselves up pretty well. We didn't stun him. So once you get rid of this block, you actually end up stunning him. So that's a good thing. But gain 5 block. We do have some ethereal cards now, so I would get 5 block off of those 2 cards. I need more than that. So there's 11 right here. Let's set this up. Let's go ahead and do it. So let's spur. We heal him up. He's at 17. He can't kill us. We have 1. Let's dirge again. Interesting. That dirge is even pretty good with just 1 energy. Yeah, we got a pretty fat Ostie at the moment. So let's soul. That's summon 1, right? Yep. Undeath, just get some block out there. That's Grave Warden. Again. Then if we spur, we heal him, get him bigger, and then we get more block. Then we can go ahead and defile. We get more block. Oh, very interesting. Wow. I'm impressed with how this is working so far. So we got to do a lot of damage. We've been doing a lot of stuff, but not dealing any damage. But we've been protecting ourselves pretty well, so there's that. So let's put lethality out. Let's go ahead and do the negative, and then so starting to. Now we've kind of set ourselves up. Ostie's huge. Since he's doing this, I think I'm just going to dirge it. 3. Get Ostie huge again. Let's do Undeath and add a bunch of those. And let's go ahead and attack. And go. This is interesting. I didn't see this as something that would start happening here, but it's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and draw 3 cards. We'll use the Undeath. We use, let's poke. Use this again. So we get Defile. It's a good one. Let's do 15. And then Undeath again. Soul again. I really wanted to find that flatten, but no luck. All right, I don't know. Our deck is very defensive at this point. We have a huge amount of protection in front of us. Rattle. Ostie deals 14 damage, hits an additional time for each other time he is attacked this turn. Interesting. But I have nothing to force him to attack, which kind of stinks. Let's do a soul, see if we can get anything. So bodyguard is good. If we negative pulse up, that'd be good. And let's just do 20. All right, we'll go ahead and do the Undeath again. All right. Oh, I didn't have to do Undeath, but I didn't have another attack card. Ooh, Slay the Flesh. Whenever you play a debuff on an enemy, they take 9 damage. Look at this. 126. That's definitely the most I've ever done with Ostie. So got a lot of things building up. It's kind of like that sword, how you build up the sword with the Regent. Whenever you play a soul, a random enemy loses 8 hit points. I probably played a billion souls there, so this has to be the card, right? I like to pull aggro too, but Haunt is crazy. Yeah, let's do that. Well, so far so good there. I like that. So we're fighting the Insatiable. So room full of cheese. We can lose 14 hit points and get the chosen cheese. Choose 2 of 8 random common cards to add to your deck. Or max hit points. But we lose 14. Now, how far are we away from a heal? So we got 1 fight to a heal. then the chosen cheese would just start cranking for us. I think I'm going to go with the chosen cheese and have that. We lose some hit points, but I think we'll be okay, I hope. We could go this way and get a fight event. I think I like that way better. So we got the 2 bugs, got the rock bug and the nectar bug. Intends to attack. I forget what the nectar one does, but let's do the call the void. That worked really, really well last time. So we got 8 block going here, and we're taking 15, so I can't block all of it, which is unfortunate because he is somebody you want to block everything from. But it is what it is. I want to get that card out. If you block all of his damage, he ends up being stunned. So, it's good to block all of it. And we do have some wisp action here. Let's go ahead and grab the prowess, and we get 2 additional cards. So we did get our undeath. That's what's going to save us here. And we also have a wisp. We're going to do that. We're going to do a negative pulse. Then we're going haunt and haunt. Because now whenever I play a soul, it's going to be 14 damage. So, and we're going to have lots of souls flying around here once we get some of the cards going. We did stun him, so now this one's looking at 18. It gave us a 15 strength. Wow. If you play an ethereal card, you get 5 block. Okay, so the soul's going to do 14. Lethality. Well, let's get our 2 cards and see what we get. Let's do a wisp. Do that. Lethality, I think, would still work this turn, right? We have 1 ethereal card, so that would get us 5. So let's do lethality. Let's grab this. We're still staring down the barrel of 18. That would get me 7, but I think doing the Spirit of Ash and then the No Escape would really be the way to go, right? He's got 7 on him, 7 on him. I think I might be able to get him. Yeah, so he would be at his maximum there. And then Dirging for 0 doesn't do us anything. So we're going to take some damage here, and Ossie's going to perish, but he comes back with 1. Killed him. Applies 2 vulnerable. Undeath. So let's do the undeath and the negative pulse, and then the high 5. All right. And we shouldn't be able to take any damage. Awesome. So we're at 52. We were pretty damaged already when we went into this, so no big complaint there. So Scourge, Grave Blast. So Scourge is doom and stuff. I like that. Deal 6 damage for the card from your discard into your hand. Not terrible. Lose 2 strength, gain energy at the start of each of your turns. So this friendship I haven't used before. And honestly, I'm wondering if it's something that I should do, because I don't think strength impacts Ostie. Having 4 energy would be quite nice. I'm going to take this. What the heck? I've never tried it before, so let's give it a shot. So we got an event. So heal 25, add Metamorphosis to your deck, add 3 random attacks to your draw pile. They're free to play this combat. That seems really good all the time. I'm going to do that. We can heal up, and now we can look at this next rest stop as a place to smith. All right, let's look at the upgrades. So Metamorphosis will give us 5, lose 1 strength. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Innate, it would just start in your hand. Very cool. Lethality, I've already had that upgraded before. Honestly, I think I'm going with friendship. Lose a strength to gain an energy every turn. I'm good with that. Now, if I could get something that would give me a strength and kind of negate the negatives, that would be sweet. So, extract 35 gold, dig deeper. Let's dig deeper. I'm going to do one more. All right, 135. Obtain the Paladin score. Every 4 turns, draw 2 additional cards. Ooh. Yikes. Interesting. I'm doing that. Wow. Okay. Well, we do have a oh boy, these guys. These guys are rough. They don't look rough, but they are rough. Okay. Call a void. We're gonna put that out. All right, we're gonna put lethality out and prowess out. Prowess gave us 2 more cards. Great, more powers. Okay, well, we're gonna do this and put the friendship out. And let's drink our potion. Deal damage equal to enemy's doom. No good. Ostia deals 25 damage. Deal 5 for every Ostia attack. Well, I think this is what we're doing, right? Because this just does that. Yeah. Let's do a bunch of damage, right? 52. How am I doing 52? Oh, it's lethality. So I think I'm going to hit him because he's going to hit me this turn and there's nothing I can do about it. But kill this guy before he hits me next turn. So I think we're just going to take a bunch of damage and then hopefully snap back. All right, that is a lot. So Haunt, Bodyguard, Death's Door. It's like I have no way to kill this guy. How so? All right, so we're gonna Wisp. Let's flatten him. So that way we take no damage. Now we don't have to do anything else really. We're gonna Metamorphosis. Call it quits there. Now he's gonna come back and attack next turn. But, you know, we got a bunch of 0 casting stuff in here. Double the damage to all hang cards you deal this turn. Okay, so let's just go ahead and attack him. So Reeve gains 7 block. I like that. Yeah, just doing a lot of damage. Okay, I'm down with all that. Okay. Now he needs 17 on him. Let's do that again. And it's 4 damage. Okay, good. All right, well, we took damage, but not bad. We got like the power start where everything was all of our powers coming out. We could dirge again. 1-point dirges aren't too bad, so I'm might be down with that. Yeah, if this was an Ostia attack, I would take that. Let's take a dirge and move on. We get 600 gold here, which is nice. We get rid of the spoils map and we get the nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That's good. All right, so we have a rest, fight, rest. Yeah, we're going this way because I need to rest. I need multiple rests, actually. So we're at 71. Proceed. Let's fight. I'm not doing elites until I get to the ascension thing. Then I'm a little more freewheeling with the elites. Let's do the prowess. Undeath is free. Negative pulse. Do that. So we're at 18. We're blocking 18. Perfect. I'm going to wisp and dirge. Metamorphosis if it comes back around. But I want to build Ostia up. This nectar bug is going to increase its damage quite a bit. So let's call the void. taunt. 16. I can't kill anything, unfortunately, and he's going to do a lot of damage to Asti. So maybe we just bodyguard it up. Luckily, he was stunned, so otherwise, oh man, we got 18 coming here and 15 coming here, I'm sure. Yep. Let's put out friendship. It's Grave Warden. Defend. That's all I can do. So we did block him, so he's stunned at least. We take a bunch of damage from the Nectar Bug, but, you know, at least we have that going for us here. So, wow. A lot of stuff. So let's do the Wisp first. Spirit of Ash. We've got a bunch of damage coming in. Go ahead and do the sow. Let's do a soul. Undeath and undeath. Soul again. It's negative pulse. Soul again. So he's going to die. Unfortunately, I can't. Can I kill him anywhere? Do 7. So I could get this down to 0 if I needed it, but let's see, 18 and 8. I don't really need it, so that's good. So maybe I just like metamorph. Yeah, let's metamorph and get some 0 cost attack cards in there. And let's go from there. Yeah. So we're kind of in our highly defensive moves here. So he's going to die. Let's see, he's at 14 and 14 doom. So we have a bunch coming at us. 28. So close. 28 and 4, but I get so. Time's up. Go to the enemy's doom. Let's do 28 here. And then let's sow. So one of them's dead. We got 15 here. Draw 3 cards. Let's draw 3. See if we can get some. I didn't get anything that will protect us. Nib, no. Deal damage equal to the enemy's doom. So we would deal 14 to him. You do 14 and 12, but he still will get to attack us. Bodyguard 5 will keep us a little bit better in a better position. We could right hand him. We could flatten for free. And time's up. Perfect. Okay. That worked. Colorless. Okay, Reap is 3. Apply 26 doom in 1 week to all enemies. That's pretty cool. But Capture Spirit works good in this deck, so let's do that. Now here, I rest again. Now I'm up to full. Nice. Okay, we're not clicking proceed, we're clicking the merchant. All right, so Asti attack, summon 20. Ooh. If you play a card, well, apply 2, weak, 2 vulnerable, and exhaust. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 3 block. Restlessness is 0. If your hand is empty, you draw 2 cards, gain 2 energy. Draw cards there, your hand is full. So I don't think I'm going to take any of those. Let's look at the, well, 4 plating, that's a no-brainer. I'm going to get that. Every other combat, your card rewards gain an additional power. Ooh. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 7 and heal all of your HP. Oh. Well, I think I'm going to do this in the plating for sure. I'm going to take the snap. Squeeze costs a lot. Reanimate a lot. But 3 for 20 summon, and then you just get it out of your deck. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't know. It's a lot. 2 weak and 2 vulnerable for 1, and you exhaust. I could do, but I could pick this up and delete a card. Honestly, I think I'm going to do that. So I can get rid of a defend and just make the deck tighter. So we're going to do that. Proceed. Event. All right, the Lost Wisp. Capture the Wisp, add Decay to your deck, obtain the Lost Wisp, or get 53 gold. Now, the Lost Wisp is really good. Yeah, whenever you play a power, deal 8 damage. We're doing that. Get rid of the Decay, when we can, but I remember having the Wisp in another run, and it was really good when you had a lot of powers. That's what I have. So we're at 93. We can do a upgrade. Let's take a look at what we got upgrade-wise. So nothing up here. Now lethality is interesting. Adding 5/0 cost is cool. Call the Void just starts in our hand every time. It's pretty cool. And that means I'm going to do 9 damage to everybody. Reeve, Grave Warden, Wisp. Really like Dirge, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the innate Call of the Void. See if we can get that going for us. And let's go to our big fight. See if we can get past Act 2. We're at full hit points. We have our lovely friend Asti. We're going to Call the Void, get that going. We're going to negative pulse, start the Doom countdown. Then we're going to Reeve and get some souls in our deck. We'll keep the Wisp for now, but let's add a colorless card and see what we got. So skill, draw 2 cards, put 1 card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Discovery, choose 1 of 3 cards to add to your hand. It costs 0. Deal 12 damage, retain your hand this turn. I'm going to do Discovery and see what I get. So Haunt, oh yes. It costs 0, right? I hope. Yeah, let's just play it. Okay, Haunt, yeah, that's amazing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a good setup turn. So Haunt, Call the Void, plating. He adds those frantic escapes. You just have to watch the sandpit timer here. Lots to do this turn. Hold on. Let's do, it's Ethereal, so I need to put that Ethereal card out. Whenever you cast an Ethereal card, gain 5 block. Here we're going to gain a bunch of block here just off of 1 Undeath. So that's going to block most everything. However, it doesn't block. Oh, I should have put the prowess out. Darn it. Lethality and metamorphosis. Well, I think what I'm going to do is add 3 souls because I can soul power some damage through here, right? Yep. This is going to help me get back to where I need to be as far as I'll take a little bit of damage. Asti takes some damage. We don't have Asti really pumped up yet, so we got 15 from the plating. Oh, Asti survived. Yeah, good. All right, we got 28 incoming. I could dirge it 4 times. 3 would be 12. Not enough. But Sleight of Flesh. We're play a debuff on an enemy. We're going to do that. I know that's 2. But let's soul. Wisp. Soul again. Let's do a frantic escape just to have that there. So we're going to have 7 to block. Not a lot, unfortunately. We don't really have a way to defend ourselves beyond that. So I might dirge it or do 10. Snap. Leash. Could retain a card. So let's snap and retain a card. Oh wait, hold. I got a soul here. Let's do that. Ooh, haunt. Could defend. Well, we're just gonna have to. I'm gonna snap and retain the haunt. That lets me do a flatten. I forgot about the flatten sitting there. I mean, overall, that was pretty good. We're going to take a lot of damage, but it is what it is. You know, you have your whole health pool to work with on a boss. So just remember that, you know, it's not terrible. Deal 2 additional damage for each soul in your exhaust pile. Interesting. Wow. Right. Well, we're friendshipping and haunting. So we're doing that. We're going to undeath. Probably going to soulstorm. We have 0 points and we can soul. Just, ooh, do I want to do that? I think I do because we're pretty much done and we're back into the regular deck. So we have some Frantic Escape. We're at 3 here. It's going okay so far. Just gotta watch the Frantic Escapes now. I need to be casting one at some point. I think I might have just kind of screwed myself over. But we'll see. So let's wisp so I have 5 to use this turn. We'll undeath. I could just dirge him up. Get a bunch of souls in the draw pile. Let's do that. There we go. Because that's going to churn damage on him. So let's try that and see how that goes. All right, so we do have free escape. That has to be cast. Undeath casts 0. Fear adds vulnerable to him. Interesting. Let's do undeath again. Fear. Metamorphosis would give me 3 attacks. I'm going to do that. We have to get more escapes or I just die. So, or the Frantic Escape. So I have to get more of those. I'm adding so many cards to my deck. I'm a little nervous about getting them. Okay, so we did get one. So let's do that. Dance Macabre. Whenever you play a card with 2 or more. Not going to do that. We got 30 incoming. Yikes. So let's negative pulse and build up his doom a little bit. Let's undeath again. We're going to soul, poke, defile. Ooh, another Frantic Escape. I actually want to do that. It would give us a pretty good buffer. So I think I am going to do that. Just call it a turn there. We have a pretty good hit point pool. Ossie's got 11 and we've got 72. Oh yeah, bunch of souls. So call the void. Let's do that. Now we're going to soul. Pull from below. Nice, soul. Undeath. These should be 18. Soul. Poke. Unleash. I think we did it. Oh wow, we did that comfortably. The only real pressure we had on us was that sand pit. So that worked okay. So let's see what kind of good card we get here. Scythe. Deal 13 damage, permanently increase this card's damage by 3 and exhaust. Interesting. Soulstorm. Deal 9 damage, deal 2 additional damage for each soul in your exhaust pile. That works really well in this deck, actually. Deals 7 damage upon any debuffs any enemy to all other enemies. Let's grab the Soul Storm. That actually works because we have lots of souls. Interesting. This deck's actually turning out pretty neat. Let's see this guy here. So, no new PAB. It's the one I'm least familiar with. But let's see what we can get here. So Blessed Anchor, gain energy at the start of each turn. At the start of each combat, shuffle 3 dazed into your draw pile. So be more energy coming our way. At the start of each combat, fill an empty potion slot with random potions. Whoa. The 5th card you play each turn is free. Wow. I'm thinking the Scarf. Because with the souls, we could soul, and just get up to that 5th one and then cast a big card. So now if I find like 3-point cards I want, I'm going to go ahead and add it into the deck. That's interesting. Well, that's a really cool item there. Cool relic. All right, well, we'll call that here for this one. I really appreciate you sticking through that. We got a pretty good run going with the Necrobinder. Hopefully we can make this happen. And get to Ascension on the Necrobinder. That's been my goal all along with Slay the Spire 2. You know, when it dropped, was to get all the characters kind of to a point where we're at least we're in an Ascension, and then maybe we'll start playing the daily or play another game for a bit, and let this kind of the cook. It's very, very good. If you haven't picked it up, it's really good. It's worth the money right now. And it's only going to get better. So, and I trust the team. Slay the Spire, the original Slay the Spire. If you haven't played that, it's bonkers good. So, you can go play that too, or pick this one up. And it's very similar to Slay the Spire 1, but it's got some cool tweaks to it. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing in any of the games you're playing, but especially Slay the Spire 2. Who's your favorite character so far? Well, take care, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. Bye.